If you sell it, I'm cool with it. And if I had $20 to spend on all these hoodies, I swear I'd have a closet full.
It's about to go down.
What's up, y'all? It's Nicole, aka Anita here, naturally unapologetic, chilling with Urban America TV. Shout out to Reggie. Let's go.
One of my sister's best friend, probably her best friend.
Best friend.
Okay. Didn't know you forever. I just want to get into a little bit of what you're doing lately, what you've been up to. I know you have a business. Can you explain?
True. So what I have is my line, naturally unapologetic. Show the shirt.
Afro.
Yeah, Afro Girl. So basically a year ago, actually last April, a friend of mine, we were having a conversation and she's like, you know, it'd be cool if somebody put this on a shirt. And I said, you know, that would be cool if somebody made that shirt. So actually the very first shirt that I made for Naturally Unapologetic said, if it don't curl, that's okay, girl, because we were trying to dispel, this whole thing with textures, that you can't have good hair unless you have those loose curls, like unless you got hair like Freddie on A Different World, then your fro's not what people want it to be. If you got those kinky, nappy, your kitchen kind of janky, if it was like that, nobody want to fool with you. We were just trying to kind of knock that out and make every black woman feel beautiful. So I made that first shirt. I got a little cool feedback from it. And I said, women should be naturally unapologetic about who they are, especially black women. We deserve the right to be free and wonderful and sexy and amazing without having to apologize for who we are. So that's when I actually asked my husband, I said, hey, do you mind helping me make a logo? So we both kind of came up with my fro girl. And of course, I keep having to say that that's a lollipop in her mouth, not a blunt. Not a blunt. She's just chilling. But I mean, if that's how you interpret it, fine. But, well, legalize it. But, we came up with this. We came up with the logo. I ended up ordering some more shirts online. I ended up selling my first batch of shirts, and I actually took the money that I made from my shirts and gave it back to other black women. I didn't have a lot that I could give at the time. I'm still not really to the point where y'all can come ask me for a whole bunch of stuff, but I'll give it if I have it. I knew a couple of women at the time who were going through something. I knew one woman who was about to have a baby and she needed, this and that. And even after she had her baby, I kind of helped her out. I knew about a girl who was down on her luck trying to get money so she could find another place to live. I sent her money. If you ask for it and I know that you need it, I give it back. So every shirt that I sell, everything that I make from every batch that I, profit from, I always get something back. Cause, black dudes, y'all cool and y'all straight. But I don't think that anybody understands a black woman like another black woman.
That's true.
And I think that, we got us. And that's just what it is.
All right.
No disrespect, to your
I'm not one of them, but not all this type of thing. I understand, Sometimes you gotta give them the disclaimer because people get their feelings about it.
Yeah. And that's not to knock anybody else. I support every single business that's around here. If you sell it, I'm cool with it. And if I had $20 to spend on all these hoodies, I swear I'd have a closet full.
Everybody got a hoodie.
Everybody got a hoodie. Everybody got a hoodie except for me, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. So let's go into that a little bit. Small business, supporting small businesses. Okay, it's a lot of conflicting views on that because some people seem to think like small businesses, black-owned businesses, let me get this straight. Mm-hmm. They don't do enough to get their support. I guess you want to say they lack in a lot of places. How do you feel about supporting black businesses? Like, how important is that?
I believe it's very important. And this may not go over too well, but I believe, especially right now, with the way of the world and the nature of this country, I think that we should actually support each other more, because there are so many people who are asking for a change. There are so many people saying, oh, well, we got to make a way out of this. We got to make a way to ensure that we're going to be good for the next, well, still kind of 4 years, because we still, it's somebody occupying a house in D.C. and he ain't my president. So,
Not my president.
but everybody's saying that we need to support each other, but then when it comes time to support each other, we're not here for it. Like anything, whether it's clothing labels, whether it's hairstylists, whether it's makeup artists, whether people own shops, storefronts, whatever, I don't think that we necessarily support each other the way that we need to. I don't think that you can say, oh, okay, cool, well, I'll come to your store and I'll shop for this and that, and you come in there with $5 expecting to walk out with an armful of stuff. It don't work like that. And I don't understand why we can't support our businesses the same way that we support other businesses. The same way that you walk into, say, the same way you go to Starbucks and you drop $30 for a frappe and a cookie. It's the same way that you could go to your hometown and support somebody's shop or coffee shop or bakery. If you can drop $30 over there, then you surely can drop $30 over here. Amen. You getting the same thing. You working out the same stuff. Amen. So why are you expecting to come in here with a handful of quarters, expecting a steak, and all you about to get is $1 menu burger? It don't work like that.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel. Okay. Back to the point of we having interesting views. We have an interesting topic going on right here. You said somebody asked you about your views on polygamy, and what were they?
My views on polygamy probably aren't what people expect them to be. I am married. I've been married to my husband for almost 2 years. I've been in a relationship with him for, I want to say, almost 3 or 4. And I don't think monogamy is for everybody. I don't think everybody should conform to it. I think that it's actually a little overrated. I think that women are raised to think that they have to, well, at least if you're raised, you know, in the South, or if you're raised as a Christian, or other numerous, you know, religions that are traditional like that, women are raised to be wives. That's what you're supposed to aspire to. You're supposed to want to be with somebody. Like, your whole demeanor, everything about you is supposed to scream wifely, wifely, wifely. And sometimes, you know, that works, and sometimes it just don't. I think that, you know, when it comes to certain people, you'll see people who, you know, it's a new day. People want what they want. People like what they like. And if you like, you know, if you want a girlfriend and you a girl and you go get you a girlfriend, hey, do it up, baby. You go and get you a boyfriend, hey, do it up. But if you find 3 people who all want to share the same space, then, hey, if y'all can all make it work, make it work. I don't think that you should, if you were just that type of person to where you just know that you just couldn't deal with one other person, then feel free. Because, I mean, I just think that when people get into it, I think that they should understand that it's a lot more to it than, you know, than they think. You know, it's not just about having, it's not, for dudes, it's just not about having 2 girlfriends. Mm-hmm. And even though people don't tend to see it, because I guess they don't really tend to look for it, you know, it's not easy for a woman to have 2 boyfriends, or to have a husband and a boyfriend, or to have 2 friends.
And really care about them.
Yeah. I mean, people think that you can't, but you could, you know. I think that a lot of those things are becoming more mainstream. I really think that social media is giving everybody kind of a platform to be who they want to be and say what they got to say. But I think that it kind of gets mixed up because people want to say it like oh, we nation building. Okay, well, you're not really doing that if you're a dude and you got 2 baby mamas, but you're not really helping them grow. If you just making the babies, then that's just what you're doing. You just breeding. You're not building nothing. For you to be a man and be in a relationship with 2 women, you should be able to support those 2 women. It's just like in any other religion. I'll bring up Islam again. You know, a man can have, I believe, up to 3 wives.
I think it's more than that. I think it's 7.
Is it more? Is it 7?
I think something like that. I ain't sure.
I'm not really sure, but but you have to be able to treat them fairly, not necessarily equally, but fairly. Mm-hmm. So he could have his first wife, he could have his second wife, he could have his third wife, but he's expected to be able to support all 3 of those women. Mm-hmm. So it should be the same thing when it comes to polygamy to me. If you're a guy and you meet Terry and Sasha and they click and you click with both of them and everybody's in agreement that this is what we're going to do, you ought to be able to support Terry. If Terry wants Fenty, you ought to be able to get a Fenty. If Sasha wants a new purse, you ought to be able to get Sasha a new purse, and you shouldn't necessarily favor one over the other.
So you're saying it's not so much of an emotional thing, it's more like a business move, or more of a...
Well, no.
Not a business move, but I'm saying like, it's more of something else. It's another entity than love. It's more like we working towards something here for the love of us all.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, if everybody should be there with everybody. It shouldn't be like I like her a little bit and I like her a lot. It's about being able to respect each other emotionally, mentally, and keep that love going. I think that if that's what it is, and that's what it is. I just don't think that it's a boy and 2 girls making Snapchat videos on Facebook in hotel rooms, going, these my baes. Like, no. If you're gonna do it, then you need to understand the ramifications of it. You need to know that this is what this is. If you already are the type of person and you can't handle 1 girlfriend, then you sure as shit can't handle 2. You sure can't turn around. If you're gonna be cheap and take your girlfriend to Burger King for a cheeseburger and a shake, then you can't just you got to be ready to upgrade. You got to at least take somebody to TNZ's or something. You can't just be sitting here like gonna be cheap the whole way through. It don't work like that.
It's about to go down.